We are told in many places in both the Quran and Hadith to have taqwa. Ittaqillah, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ittaqullah. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whoever has taqwa of Allah, Allah will make a way out for him. And then in the Hadith as well, ittaqillaha haythuma kunt. Have taqwa of Allah wherever you are. So what does taqwa actually mean? Linguistically, it comes from wiqaya, which is to protect yourself. Waqa yaqi, and then ittaqa yattaqi. It means to protect something from something. So in the Quran and Hadith, it means to protect yourself from the anger of Allah by avoiding sins. And one of the poets, Al-Mu'taz, famously said, خَلِّ الذُّنُوبَ صَغِيرَهَا وَكَبِيرَهَا. Leave all the sins, the small sins and the big sins. وَاصْنَعَ كَمَاشٍ فَوْقَ الْأَرْضِ يَحْذَرُ مَا يَرَى. And be like a person who's walking on the earth, and then they protect themselves from any thorns or anything like that. Any obstacles on the path, you protect yourself from it. You stay away from it. So be like that. With sins, you walk away from it. It's as if, even if there's a mountain in front of you, you're not going to try and walk through the mountain. You'll walk around it. You'll avoid it. And then he said, لا تحقرن صغيرة إن الجبال من الحصى. Don't ever belittle even a small sin, because the mountains are made from rocks. The mountains are made from, there are the small stones and rocks. That's what mountains are made of. So you belittle a small sin, and then they're all going to add up, and it's going to be something very big. So avoid every sin, however big or small, at all costs. This is how we have taqwa of Allah. And the scholars say there are three components to taqwa. The first is muraqabah, which is being aware that Allah is watching you. At all times, you're conscious that Allah is watching you. There was once a teacher who was showing favoritism towards one of his students. So the other students became upset. Then to show them why he favored this student, he gave them all a chicken. And he said, go and slaughter this chicken where no one can see you. So all the students came back with their slaughtered chicken, except that one student who he favored. They said, why didn't you slaughter it? You didn't listen to your teacher. And he said, the teacher said to us, what did he say? He said, slaughter it where no one can see you. So I went everywhere looking for a place where no one could see me, but wherever I was, no matter where I was, I realized that Allah could always see me. So I couldn't slaughter it. That's why I brought it back still alive. And the teacher said, this is why I favor him, because he has that muraqabah of Allah. He knows that he's aware that Allah is always watching him. The second component is khawf, being fearful of the consequences of not obeying the commands of Allah and avoiding what He's prohibited. And the third component is actually to do what Allah has commanded us to do and to avoid what He has ordered us to avoid. Finally, we're in Ramadan now, and as you may know, Allah says in the Quran, كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامِ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So why is fasting so good for taqwa? Well, if you think about it, with every other action, other people can see you. With prayer, for example, it could be that we pray because other people will see us and will notice us if we don't pray. But with fasting, it's for the whole day. So suppose you're at home by yourself. The only thing that stops you from eating at that point, the only thing that will stop you from eating is your muraqabah of Allah. Your muraqabah, Allah is watching you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from the muttaqeen. Wassalamu alaikum.